Welcome back, guys. So today, so today is the first day of 2025 for the temperatures to be in the 70s. Well, the weather's 71 right now, but the fridge inside my house has 68. It's actually 71. So the best thermometer you should use is a Tesla's car. And it said 71 on it. Just came home from a Tesla. It said 71. So that means the weather is 71. Even my smaller Alexa says 71. And my fridge Alexa says 68. It's 71. Well, the weather is pleasant. If I was in the tropics, then the weather's in the 80s will be pleasant. But I'm not in the tropics. Latitude is 37 and a half. Which is it's like 7.5 degrees away from the 45 point. I've been to Seattle, Washington before. The latitude there is 47. And I even been to Alaska. But don't worry, I went there in the summer. And the weather was also pleasant there. It's pleasant as this. You won't believe this, but this is true. The highest temperature ever recorded in Alaska is over 100 degrees. Some people think that Alaska is cold all year long. No. In the summers, it is either pleasant or hot. Except the sunrise time. It's kind of cold in the sunrise time, but later in the day, it gets more pleasant. Anyways, let's not get too off subject. Now, can you see this? In the last video, I recorded when it was raining. Well, there was clouds, but right now there is no cloud. Except over there. There's some over there. See, some over there. So, and that means if you go that direction, you'll experience more clouds. But if you look above above 90 degrees above the whole entire sky, there's literally no clouds. Literally. And guess what? The sun is nowhere near the clouds. That means it's sunny, of course. So this is the first time I've recorded a video from an iPad. The rest of the videos that I uploaded was from a phone. The first 3 was my brother's phone, and then the 4th one is probably from my mom's phone. The 5th one is my dad's phone. And now my 6th one, which is this one, is from my iPad. And I mean it, my. Because they bought it for me to do some Kumon homework. But I also have a YouTube channel, so I record it. Now, look at the shadows. And the sun's altitude, just like last time, also kind of too high for a rainbow to occur. But we're not talking about that. Sun will not go out even though if it's in the middle. Do you see that power line thing at the sun? Goes in the middle, it just goes a little bit off. But in the camera, it doesn't look like so. But if you do a fatter thing, it'll probably work. Let's see. Still didn't work. So power lines are too thin to cover the sun. Oh, and there's some ice crystal clouds over there. If you go more in that direction, then you probably might see a halo. And there's also some over here. That looks like a bird flying. It's probably below freezing that altitude. 71. But soon it'll go back to the 60s and then in the 50s and even in the 40s. Well, the low today is still in the 40s. And I mean it, the lower 40s. The high is in the lower 70s and the low is in the lower 40s. And 71 is the high today. I feel hotter than 71. I feel like 80 already. Last year, the first day for it to reach 80 degrees Fahrenheit was April 17th. Bro, that is like 2 months from now. So that means for 2 months we're gonna experience, and I mean last year it was 80. Probably this year it'll be the same time, around the same time. In mid-April it gets in this kind of latitude and in this kind of location, the weather gets to 80. Of course, not for Alaska. In Alaska, it is probably reaches this, not even the 50s, probably it reaches the 40s. Alaska's winters are so cold. When the summers, it's pleasant. So if you're like farther away from the equator, that means the more. So like, I mean, the more difference the temperature would be. So if we're in the tropics, so in a place called Jamaica, Jamaica, it's in the tropics. It is near, I forgot what that sea is called, but it's below Cuba. For latitude, it's below Cuba, and Cuba is below Florida. Latitude is probably like 18 degrees north. But I went to the northwest part of Jamaica, Montego Bay. Jamaica is about the size of Lake Tahoe. I don't mean the full entire Lake Tahoe. I mean only the lake part of the Lake Tahoe. So, yep, this is how it is. Tomorrow might be like 70. Oh, on Wednesday the high is gonna be 75. It says it on my fridge. Doesn't say it on Tesla. But I feel like it's gonna be 75 on Wednesday. And Wednesday's not tomorrow. Still have like 5 more days. I can hear some sort of rumbling sound. It's just a plane, never mind. Thought it was a military. Would it? So, tree, the sun. Last night I had a dream of a solar eclipse of this same sun. In the summer, we're in the temperate area. But let's make up a solar eclipse. So this is the sun. If we go like this, you can see it's getting blocked. It might look like an annular solar eclipse. That means, you know, in 2023, we had an annular solar eclipse in October. It's also known as the Ring of Fire. Now what if we go to this? It will be fully blocked. Can't you see that will be fully blocked? And you can't see how it looks like when the sun comes back out. Where the sun glare. I think this camera has glare. Yeah, it kind of has glare. See? Do you see that? If you see these sun rays, that means the camera has glare. Not all cameras have glares. Some does, like mine. Some doesn't, like one of my brother's friends. It's already been 12.5 minutes. Probably have to end this video. Last time I ended because the rain was stopping, plus the sun was getting covered. Ah! Ow. That was a close one. Anyways, bye-bye. Subscribe. Because my channel is not famous. Subscribe. Ending at 13 minutes and 15 seconds. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.